Hey guys, welcome back to another part. We are heading back to Margaret, some kind of weird art performer from the UK who lost some of her wild animals used in her performance. And I already tried to get back to her in the previous episode, but I followed the wrong objective marker. I followed the M for Micah instead of the M for Margaret, which is a bit stupid.
Yeah.
But what can I do? Except for becoming smarter, which is not something I can do instantaneously. So let's just forget about that and look forward. Still, the HDR implementation is not great here. I don't think this is like a scene that would be perfectly suited for HDR.
Yep.
And if I look at it, I don't think this is a scene that would be rendered less well on SDR, standard dynamic range. I think that it's just the same as with 4K. They just slammed it on the box. But it's in reality, it's nowhere near what it's actually supposed to do. So it's almost a bit misleading selling practices. Like, this game simply is far from as detailed and sharp and crisp as a regular 4K image would be. And the same goes for the HDR. I really don't see, yeah, but of course sometimes it's hard to differentiate by eye alone. But in my book, this is simply more or less standard dynamic range. But yeah, that's just me complaining. The game itself, the world is beautiful, and improvements are, of course, nothing is perfect. Improvements are always possible. Again, I have the idea I'm going in totally the wrong direction. But yeah. Jesus, what a waste of time. That was really like 20 minutes lost of my time here. At least I'm getting to know the map pretty... I wouldn't say pretty well, but at least better than before.
Yeah.
Where the hell was he or she? Come on, Lissy.
Yep.
Oh, almost fell off my horse. Distracted by that little wooden structure that we passed. Come on, where the holy hell is she? This is simply a side mission, which is already taking me like an hour and a half or something. For an hour.
Yeah.
Ah, finally. There they are. Finally.
Man-eating lion. You didn't think that it might be useful for me to know that this time the animal was actually real, you moron?
Steady on. I clearly stated that we were looking
You
for...
haven't clearly stated anything in all the time I've known you. That could have been a goose for all I
A
know.
goose will hardly get them to their feet for the curtain call. Bring on the king of the beasts, on the other hand, and they feel the roar. And they, well, look about as surprised as you do. What have you done with him, if you don't mind me asking?
I killed him. He's dead.
Bloody hell! This is Rombbb, boy.
Well, it was him or me. Now, pay me.
Yes, of course, of course. I have just the thing. And what a treasure it is! You're a lucky man, sir. Very lucky man. From the mines of El Dorado, as green as the rainforest, as clear as the Amazon, and as dear as all the gold in the Andes. One man's labor is but a trifle compared to this jewel's true value. Wait! I shouldn't. What would Daddy say?
Your daddy ain't here, and we had a deal.
Yes, of course. A promise is a promise. Sally, get the wagons moving.
Ain't we waiting for the lion?
He's in the great hunting ground in the sky. Good day, sir, and thank you. But we really must be getting along.
Yeah, I won't keep you. So long.
So long, Mr. Morgan. Next time you see me, I'll be topping the bill, I promise. Or at least I'll be on the bill.
Alright, that was, after all, still a pretty fun mission. Now finally get on with the actually objective. We started out with like several episodes ago, and that is getting to the final gunslinger, who is over here, all the way over there. And we were just all the way over here, so we were already a bit in the direction. So it's a lot of riding in this game. That's one thing that's for sure. One second. Alright, here we go. Oh. Here we go. Slowly but surely getting there.
Yeah.
Aberdeen Pig Farm, we just crossed. It should be somewhere here, over there in the back probably. Let's see how it works with the camera. If it really works as advertised, like you put a waypoint and Arthur is... Holy shit, I find this a bit dangerous. Yes. Good thing that I'm not sure, but I think it's a good thing that I slowed down manually. That would be a bummer, losing your horse over a cinematic view.
Just, you robbed and murdered your way across half the country.
Yeah. You alright, girl?
Oh, she actually goes pretty quick as well. That's a good thing. It's amazing. This is like virtual GPS. Like a self-driving car with working GPS in the Wild West. Lizzie is making some fatigue noises. I can't really check out her course now. In cinematic mode. Man, this is a long journey. But but it's good to appreciate the landscape and what they did with it, like all the little details. What are we passing over here? What's that? Turned over cart.
I tell thee, and I tell thee now, eternity waits for us all. But which eternity?
Let's check out this dude.
Old blind man Cassidy is not old crazy man Cassidy.
He is apparently blind, and the funny thing is...
Help a blind man.
I do think he is blind. He has like almost no... he only has eye white.
$1 for your future.
But there are apparently con
$1
men
for
here
your
and
fate.
who pretend to be blind. So if you draw a weapon, they will notice it.
Learn about tomorrow.
And that is a good test to see if they are really blind or not. So let's just draw the weapon.
Be not afraid. I see only true things.
Yeah, he is really blind. Otherwise he would have reacted to this.
Come close. Come close.
Take this.
You must decide between your past and others' future, friend. Decide, for soon it will be too late.
Okay. I ain't too sure what to make of that.
I will give him a bit more. Oh, that's not possible.
Don't waste any more time with an old blind man.
Alright. Can you imagine being blind? It would be such a bummer.
Yeah!
Come on.
Yeah, there's a girl.
I hope we're going in the right direction and not in the wrong direction again. Because this game sure has a lot of horseback riding. Which is cool, but it can also become a bit monotonous. But they really did do a good job
There, girl.
on the environment. Also the draw distance. In the distance it also all looks pretty detailed. Alright, I will slow down a bit because I have the feeling that Lissy is becoming a bit tired. Yeah, we are in Valentine. We are only just in Valentine, I have to say. Damn it. And I also need to eat something. I saw my cores were like not good. So let's eat some Smith. And let's eat some more stuff like this. And maybe some more dead eye and stamina stuff, which I of course not really have, except for some brandy. And maybe, yeah, let's do some bourbon. And maybe some more bourbon. No, let's try, yeah, let's smoke a bit. I said let's smoke a bit. And we need some more stamina. Yeah, let's just take this one. And we're good to go. Come on, Lissy.
Good girl.
come on. Why the hell does this game slow down when you're in civilization? It probably has to do with loading in the assets or something, that it cannot handle the quick movement of the player or something like that. But it's quite annoying. It's also when you simply, yeah, what I already commented on a couple of times before, when you're simply roaming about in base camp. By the way, this looks pretty cool. These like rocky mountains, mountain-esque vistas. But we actually went down there already earlier, trying to get some kind of doctor that was selling poisonous medicine. Yeah, it's also when roaming about in base camp, you can only do that like in a literal snail pace, which is just super annoying. If you have such a big game, you want to do also stuff a bit quick and dirty. But yeah, it is what it is. I shouldn't complain. Should be glad that I'm having problems like that. First world problems. Let's inspect this. Oh. I would have expected that I could have plucked those mushrooms.
Okay.
But it was not to be.
Yep.
No. No, 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 no. Is he still here? Yes. Please don't drop down. Good work. Jesus, that was close. Alright, she's still pretty good. Oh, why can't I hop on the horse? Alright, I can't get over this bridge on the horse, right? Holy shit. Always wondered what it would feel like crossing a bridge, a river on a rope bridge. Can you see how fuzzy it all is? Like the so-called 4K image. That's maybe still my biggest gripe with the game. But anyways, it's still a beautiful world, and this really gives a pretty good idea of a rope bridge. Also, indeed, this movement that it makes is pretty cool. And it's maybe also a good thing to save the game, because as you see, an accident is in a small corner. And I almost lost the horse over there. Like bumping into that rope bridge. And it almost fell down into the ravine. So I shouldn't forget to occasionally also manually save the game.
Easy now. Yeah.
Holy shit, it's good I have a GPS, because
Slow up now.
I wouldn't have found this direction otherwise. And I'm also wondering whether it's the correct direction. It's like, again, a pretty big detour. But maybe that has to do with the railway tracks and the ravine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's check it out. Isn't there a quicker way? No, probably not. Because there are some mountains in between. I, by the way, wonder whether we will now enter winter. A snowy environment. Because that would be a bummer.
Out of the damn way!
I don't have any warm clothes equipped. And I do think that could really negatively impact your stats. going underdressed. So that is... God damn it, I am not going all the way back to get warmer clothes.
Hey, mister! Help me! My horse died and I'm stuck here. You gotta help me, mister.
Alright, why not?
Sure, I can help.
How about we skip the small talk, eh?
Oh, no way, no way. No way.
Gracias por...
Oh man.
Nice try.
God damn it. That was really close. Man. Ooh, I really was worrying about pressing the wrong buttons. It's such a convoluted control scheme. Luckily, man. Luckily. Weird texture it has now on its height, but luckily he didn't get my horse. Whew. Man, and that's also a good thing of manually saving sometimes. And again, regarding inconsistent controls, why the holy hell can't I pet my horse now? It is seriously, now it's possible. It's so
Easy there.
distracting in my book. That's also why when the dude took my horse, I was like, it's a 50-50 chance he will succeed. And it's not like, depending on my skill of shooting him, it is more like, can I get through the convoluted control schemes, which are quite inconsistent, to be able to get the game to do what I want it to do. And that luckily turned out to be the case, but that makes it, in my, yeah, maybe it's just my age or I'm not that good at gaming anymore, but it makes it more stressful than it should be. Simple shooting a dude from a horse. It's like that I actually did activate while not having the weapon drawn yet. While earlier that I only activated when I was being ambushed by those dudes on on those 5 horses. Then that I did not activate before I had the weapon drawn. So it's stuff like that. It's, yeah, makes it a bit difficult sometimes. Let's see if we have some warmer clothes in the saddle. I don't think so, but we could check. Winter gloves. I already have them equipped. What's large mask? Here, clothes, outfits, custom outfits. Yeah, custom outfit. That's probably what I'm wearing right now. These are the hats. Yeah, let's just wear a hat. Maybe it's a bit warmer. Health tonics, stamina tonics, horse reviver, provisions, large masks. Alright, I don't seem to have any other outfits on hand. So I do hope we do not need to get too far into the wilderness, into the wintry winterland.
Yep.
Let's quickly get there. Alright, is this the roads? No, this is the roads. I do find it cool that we can get back to the Winterland. Yep. In GTA 5, I think it was 5. Or no, yeah, I don't even remember which one it was. I think the last one. It started off in a winterland with a police shootout. But it was never returned there afterwards anymore. And here we do, and that's pretty cool. It's a pretty precarious little road over here. Marino is where we are at. Alright, next time I should not forget to bring some warmer clothes. Because this shirt alone really doesn't cut it. Holy shit. It's hard to see the track. Right. Let's get the movement going. I think speed is our friend here. Also considering we only have 3 minutes left till the half-hour mark. Man, that gunslinger really lives in the middle of nowhere. Which is all fine and good, but would that be his house? No, it's not. But can we take shelter here? This was, I think, our encampment from the start of the game. We were holed up over here. Oh. No. Oh.
Okay, my girl.
I wanted to hitch the horse so it replenishes its attributes. Alright. It's pretty cool that we can get back to where we were. Let's see where we are on the map. Spider Gorge. Yeah, we are nearing, but it's still... It is a long trek, so in the Grizzlies. It's good to know that this is Winterland. And let's quickly check out our previous camp, see what is in here, and if anything. And then get back to that dude. You do see it's way more, yeah, it's better. The thaw has indeed set in, so it's not that cold. It is actually -9. It's still pretty cold actually, but at least there's sunshine. We will continue in the next episode, getting to that gunslinger, and I hope, yeah, it was a pretty boring episode, like riding on horseback a lot, but it's all part of being a cowboy, I guess. Well, we're actually not a cowboy, we are an outlaw. But you know hopefully what I'm trying to say. For the meantime, dudes, do not forget, as always, keep on gaming. See you later. Bye bye.